What's up, guys? It's going to be a short video. It's just going to be a little update on the podcast situation. So in 2 videos I've done now, I've mentioned this podcast thing, and in the last one I went into it in a lot more depth than I did in the first one that was like 59 seconds long. Should have made it 60. However, it does seem like it's going to happen after all, because it seems like I've got 2 nice people, one of which I've been talking to for the last hour and a half and has just messaged me again, and the other which I haven't actually been able to speak to yet, but I've seen some of his videos and he seems good as like a person. So I'm really looking forward to being able to actually do this. And well, this video is going to be shorter than I thought. Right, screw it. We'll incorporate a review. God of War 1. Let's do it. Off the top of my head. Wasn't going to be a review. Now it is. Okay, so 2 seconds, blah blah blah, just to get a few details. I need Wikipedia up. Sorry how unprofessional this is, but I don't like making short videos at all. No, not the technical God of War, I mean the God of War game. There we go. So, God of War is a hack and slash game and is the mother, or the dad, the granddaddy of the hack and slash genre. It just kind of is. Anyone who's played a video game probably knows the name Kratos, despite playing God of War or not. And because of this, God of War has become so famous that it's one of many trilogies on the PlayStation 2 to be remade for the PlayStation 3. And when you can tell when a game has truly been successful even when it's console exclusive. For example, God of War only comes out for the PlayStation PlayStation consoles, and another example for the Xbox, Halo. Everyone might not have played Halo, but everyone knows Master Chief's name. Just like not many people in the gaming world, seeing as it's not out for PC or Xbox, like percentage-wise, not a lot of people have played God of War, but I guarantee you, a lot of people know who Kratos is. He is one of the most brutal, is that a good word? Characters in gaming. He has one mission and one mission only. Kill everything and everyone that gets in his way between him and whoever he plans on wanting to destroy. So for example, in the first game, let's give a little bit of his backstory. Kratos was an ex-war general for Sparta, but then he was nearly killed by this barbarian king. So he offers his life up to Ares, the current god of war, if Ares will give him the power to defeat his enemies, he will be Ares' slave. And Ares complies, knowing what a warrior Kratos is and what he could be. And Kratos kills the barbarian king and then is forced to accidentally kill his own wife and child. And after this, Kratos begins to get terrible nightmares over the things he's done and wants to kill Ares for technically betraying him. So Athena, the goddess of wisdom and Ares' sister, comes to Kratos' aid, kind of. She basically offers him a deal that if he beats / kills Ares and stops his wrath on Athens, she will forgive him, and so will all the gods of what he's done, and she doesn't tell him straight out, but at the end he becomes the god of war after killing Ares. And then in 2 he's betrayed, and then in 3 you just kill all the gods. Basically, 1 you kill Ares and fight your way to Pandora's box, because Pandora's box is what can give you the power to kill a god. And then in 2, the gods betray you, so you want to find a way to go back in time and get the Titans that Zeus killed, most of them, and take the Titans to Mount Olympus and wage war, which is where 3 begins. And I know that kind of gave away some of the plot to 2 and 3, even though this is a review of 1. However, I'm not entirely bothered, seeing as I'm going to be reviewing those as well. And I didn't really go into much depth. So basically, the game's combat system is basically square, circle, and triangle. Square for light attacks, triangle for heavy attacks, and you can mix up your combos and do different moves, obviously. And the majority of enemies, if you press circle, you can grab them and perform a variety of killing moves. For example, on the standard grunts, you can tear them in half, punch them to death and then stab them, or straight up, like, force your sword through them and, like, swing them around and throw them. Or, in the second game, like, pelt them into the air. But there are a variety of ways to kill enemies, and a lot of the enemies, instead of just having these different ways to do it, will have unique ways. For example, the Wraiths, which have basically sword arms. He'll, like, kick them to the ground, pull off their arm, and then cut off their own head with their arm. Brutal? Yeah. I mean, the game starts you off in the thick of it. The game starts you off and says, there's the Hydra, kill it. And the Hydra is gigantic. And the way you kill it is spectacular. Oh, and as my lore of games is, with the Prince of Persia games, how I say there is 3 Prince of Persias. There is no 2008 Prince of Persia. There is just a 2008 cocky kid, basically. And other than that, there is the twin brother with the same voice in Forgotten Sands. Forgotten Sands and the Prince of Persia 2008 do not count. And in the God of War series, there is 2 games that don't count as well. There is I'm trying to think of the names. Oh dear. Hold on. This is where Wikipedia comes in handle. Like I said, I wasn't planning to do this review, but I just kind of thought, let's do it. There's no reason, not to. So where is it? Sorry about this, guys. I'll be with you in a second. There we are. God of War, Chains of Olympus, and God of War Ghost of Sparta. Technically, they count now because they're out for the PlayStation 3. However, originally they were PlayStation Portable, the PSP games, which makes them, in my opinion, non-canon. I don't care. They were prequels and games that didn't get hinted to within the main 3. Just like I'm not going to care about Ascension, because Ascension has multiplayer. And guess what? I don't care, because a God of War game should not have multiplayer, therefore God of War Ascension is not going to be any good at all. Sorry, I don't care. Even if the story involves Kratos, Kratos is dead. The only way Kratos keeps coming back is because he's very powerful. When you stab yourself with the Blade of Olympus, your power is drained, aka he is no longer anything more than just a normal human being, therefore he cannot come out of hell again. So this time, at the end of 3, he is truly dead, whether there was a cutscene after the end or not, whether his body isn't there or not, and there's a trail of blood, because that doesn't make any sense, because, simple, Harpy could have picked him up. They don't tell you that might not have happened, or anything stupid like that. The God of War series ended at 3. Done. Wow, that's probably the longest rant I've been on. Anyway guys, if you're new here, you know the drill, subscribe and all that rubbish. See you later.